Trill Talk, no Pill Talk, man. It's going down.
What's good? It's your boy, Mr. Trill Talk, no Pill Talk, in here with Palestine's own Ghxst Dawg. Hey, and that's the lead singer. Hey. So first of all, man, before we get into all that, man, let's just talk about like what your history in this game, where you came from, and you know what I'm saying, what you stand for, and what you're trying to do.
Man, I've been making music for quite a while, since like I said about 2008. But I started taking it didn't really start getting serious until like I want to say about 2014, 2015. So that's when it started getting kind of serious. So I've been in this game for a minute, producing, engineering, rapping, of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
So were you a producer first or was you a rapper first?
I started off as a producer. I used to just freestyle and shit at school. I didn't really take being a rapper serious at first until after I kind of like got the hang of making beats. And then I was just like, fuck it, if I can't get niggas to rap on this shit, I rap on it myself.
So what got you in the like, was you making beats for your partners that was rapping, or was it just you just making beats? Was you in the band? You know what I'm saying? Most people that make beats, they start out.
I played trombone, but I was staying in Dallas for school, and I met a nigga that was a producer, and he worked at the studio, and I guess I was like his little intern, and he was teaching me how to make beats.
What, on Fruity Loops? Or?
Yeah, on FL Studio.
Yeah.
FL Studio game for life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it grew from there. So I've always had like a knack for producing and wanted to make beats, but it just started from Fruity Loops. Now I use the MPC. I use Fruity Loops too, but the MPC is like my bread and butter right now.
So, but you being a producer at one point, you kind of understand the game by like, you know, a lot of people like using YouTube beats. You know what I'm saying? You understand the game like getting the whole stem. You know what I'm saying? You have it all this broke down like.
Of course.
Could you explain it to the guys for a second?
I knew this was
What's
gonna
the difference?
I can't get a sunshine and flower version of this shit, so I'm gonna just keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
If you take your career serious, and if you want to do this shit, and you go about stealing beats off YouTube, you're gonna have a bad time. If you can invest in shoes, grams, whatever the fuck, spend that $20 and get that lease, because you need them stems. Like, you can do a true, like they call it a true track mix or whatever. That's cool and all. But when it comes time and you reach that 50,000 stream threshold or whatever you got, bro, you're gonna have to buy it eventually, or you finna go to court. So I think, cause even if I make beats, sometimes I used to just be on some lazy shit and be like, I'm finna get on YouTube, snatch a beat.
Yeah.
So even I done it, but it's steps to it. It's not what everybody think. And I think as a producer, it's discouraged. It's a discouraging thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because now
and then it's a hassle. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to do it. Copyright infringement, and I got to do it. That shit's a hassle, bro. So why would you put a hassle on yourself and then put your career in jeopardy? So YouTube beats are cool, but then on the producer tip, a lot of producers.
Why don't they just buy the beats from the YouTube producers? That'd be the thing right there.
Shit.
But honestly, me, what I feel like with the beats is, I'd rather not buy the beats. I mean, I'd rather not buy a beat that everybody done heard already. If that bitch on YouTube, you know, at least 5, 6 people ain't got that mug and did something to it. Now you're going to have 5 people with the same song. Even if you buy that song, it's still a person that's just going to jack it and put it on their song and put it on Apple Music.
There's a big possibility that somebody else got it. And I completely agree with that. I don't really feel like that takes away from the uniqueness of a song.
Yeah, you want exclusivity.
Because it's like, it's not even, at this point, it's not even an original song. It's a song in the style of, especially if it's a type beat. So I personally do not put beats on YouTube no more. Like, I stopped that shit a long time ago.
So what what led you to being a rapper after the beats?
I always been a fan of like DJ Screw and shit like that, Screw tapes and shit.
The original tapes.
Hell yeah. When I was younger, I probably like the last generation of niggas that was there before Kappa stopped.
Yeah.
And my cousins them was hustlers. So every year Kappa came, they load up and go. One year I tried to sneak in that motherfucker. We got all the way to Frankston. I mean, not Frankston, we got all the way to Crockett.
Franklin down there, Franklin Crockett.
You know what I'm saying? And bro, they had to turn around and bring me back. I got my ass.
You never got to go to the Cap?
Hell no.
Man, you missed the time, man.
But they would always bring back Michael Watts mixes. And hearing them shits was always like an allure to me. So that's what started me wanting to fuck with music. I didn't get into music until after high school because I never knew about like Fruit Loops and shit like that until like after high school and shit like that. But that just hearing that shit and understanding this culture existed, that's what really brought me into it.
So do you think a lot of people that lost the culture of Texas? Because a lot of people say that's a Houston culture, but that was a Texas culture. Like I seen that firsthand, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it started in Houston, but like Tom them was doing the same down to the same thing. It's like switching. They was all doing the same. If you knew a nigga from Texas when you heard a nigga from Texas, do you think a lot of people losing the culture? Like, not saying losing it like far as like they done lost it and don't do it. I'm saying like, do you feel like a lot of people don't really use the culture to their advantage? Is what I'm saying.
I feel like a lot of niggas is biting the culture and don't really want to say where shit come from.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of motherfuckers are really, they'll say they doing it for the culture and they not really doing shit. But they being vultures. I feel like a lot of people don't speak on that shit. And with the way the internet work, if you say that, you're a hater. But then if you saying that, you saying I'm a hater, then you don't get the assignment. Like, cause everybody like bending and boogieing and shit and all that shit. That shit global. We just seen like I do the shit with my homeboy White Chocolate in Dallas, the boogie movement. I just see that nigga do a whole ass boogie dance in Japan. You know what I'm saying?
And it come from Texas.
And it's from Texas. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we kind of got the songs, but it's up to us to really protect our culture. You don't see niggas in New York having that problem.
You damn right. They gonna
So,
say,
you know what I'm saying?
We started this shit.
So why we can't say the same shit?
Might need to start putting some tennis shoes in her. Yeah. So with that being said, you got the single A.
Hey.
Man, the song, I ain't gonna lie, when I first heard it, kind of give me like that feel good, like Uzi Vert, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It give me that young nigga fun party shit though. You know what I'm saying? It's simple, but it's jamming. You see what I'm saying? Like, at first I listened to it, I was like, this bitch alright. Then I got my partner like, man, that nigga you posted on there, man, it's such he jamming, man. I fuck with that, and I'm like, man, let me listen to this shit again. So I listened to it again, I'm like, that bitch here kind of catchy. You know what I'm saying? Like the way you did in the shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you back door, you had one version of like that you put, and then you had another one with the mic drop.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this can be something. Then you instantly you start hearing the song, you're like, damn, I can hear the white people, the black people, whatever. Like I can hear this shit in the movie type of shit.
Right.
Yeah. So what was the recording process, and what made you initially go to record that song?
Man, that song came out of I think it was it was a challenge because I had an event because I used to throw, we used to call them the lowdowns, like a lo-fi nights, and I would do beat sets, and it started getting a little notoriety in Tyler. So we did one night, and DJ Juice popped up, and he came through. And then after the set, he heard my set. After the set, he was like, man, come to my studio tomorrow. So shit, I instantly hopped on that. So I go to his studio, I'm playing him songs, and then he just like, his reaction was like, oh, they all right. So I'm just like, bro, like this shit hard. Like, are you lit? What do you hear what I'm hearing? And then he was just like, man, you need to dumb it down a little. You need there's a difference between records and songs. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. So should I leave? I'm driving home in silence, nigga. Like my brain really fried. Like
pissed off.
Like what the fuck going on? So I got home, and I say within like 15 minutes, bro, I took my laptop out my bag. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even pick up the MPC. I went straight to the FS2. I was like, man, what the fuck did that nigga mean by that shit? Like, what did he mean? So I got on there and I picked out the most simplest chord progression I could, bro, and I was just like, okay, so let's see where this goes. So I put the beat together literally in like 15 minutes. And then as I'm playing the beat, I just came out like, hold up, wait, Blue Diamond. And I was like, this shit kind of cool. I instead of going to the studio, I went and just recorded in my closet. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No diddy.
No diddy.
So I went in there and I just laid all the shit down in like 15 minutes, put a rough mix on it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait till this nigga wake up and send this nigga this shit, see what he say about this shit. Nigga, yeah, nigga, You know what I'm saying? So I shot it to him. I ain't get a text back, I got a call back. He's like, hey, that song right there, don't post it, don't do nothing, just hold it. Bro, that song is I actually did that song last year, bro. Like toward the end of last year. And I took my time to bring it into fruition of how I wanted it. Yeah. So everything that I've done with the song is a calculated step. You gotta move, like you gotta have a plan with a song. So I gotta give Juice his flowers. Like, he really taught me a lot about how to properly release a record and the difference between records and songs and how to approach your music. Because if you want to do this and make money, bro, you have to think about these certain factors. You know what I'm saying? And then like a radio edit, is this gonna be good for kids? Does this have replayability? Is this a strong marketing factor with this song? So yeah, that song really just came out of challenging myself, finding a new side. Cause I always thought like, oh, I'm talented, I'm hard, niggas gonna listen to me, and if they don't, they hating. And wrong answer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have all the talent, but this shit is actually like 25% talent, 75% networking and marketing.
Most definitely.
And a lot of people don't. And then if you want to factor in higher, shit, it could be 20% talent and let's say 40% of that is marketing, and then what's that, 60? And then the other 40 should be invested in yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn these things and been learning these steps. But that song really surprised me, bro, because it just shows one side.
Yeah. And that's not even who you are as a rapper.
Nah, I mean, as an artist, I'm well rounded. I wouldn't even call myself a rapper, bro, because I don't just rap. So if I just really relied on getting my kicks off my creativity out of rapping, then I'd be a rapper.
Hey, any nigga getting money, I encourage it. If I ain't feeling your shit, I ain't sharing it. If you feel the shoe fit, nigga, wear it. And you boys been hanging, but I ain't worried. Bring straight to you like DoorDash. And I'm still in the hood like a doorman. They say it's gonna drip, check your forecast. I been hot, I late with a torch.